activity feed. Let's move my cup out of the way because I've got a cup of tea in there. I've got some juice down here if I need it. I'm only going to be doing this for like an hour or so, or an hour or two, I don't know. Right, let's go in. So I've currently got a job on. I think it's like flatbed trailers or something. I think. Yeah, flatbed trailers. Where we're going to. Where are we going to? Cool. Alright. So I'm playing this not in VR. So I'm gonna need, hate using it, but gonna need that mirror. There we go. It's just a lot easier when not in VR mode.
Turn left.
Yeah, I know, woman. What's the point? I'm gonna turn the friggin'. Oh god, this road's rough.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you off because I'm not dealing with normally I have voice navigation on for when I'm doing VR because it's just a lot easier than to keep checking down, but. So let's go. So we're in Poland? Moment? Yeah, Poland. Let's get some cruise control on. Oh, actually, no, I'll keep cruise control off. Just because I see a line of traffic ahead. Oh, right. Onwards and upwards and all that jazz. Yeah, plenty of traffic here. Fantastic. Slow movement. Oh, I'm going to turn my beacons off. I already want them on. Hey. What's going on? Oh, it's lower truck. Bloody brilliant. So, quarter 6 in game. Dynamic. This is the one thing I like sometimes about being in multiplayer is no cars. Like, the only other traffic on the road is other people. And people don't go this slow, typically. Whereas single player, well, the AI decides your fate for you half the time, so. Why are you slowing down so much, mate? What are you doing? Come on. Jesus Christ. Right, this is where I try and remember how to turn in non-VR mode, because I'm not looking where I'm going, so I'm not following where I want to be. I'm going to screw this up. So just trying to get used to this truck. I haven't been driving this truck for very long, so it's been quite, I don't know. I just feel it doesn't turn as well as the Volvo, but it does have more like grunt in it when I'm pulling it. Especially acceleration wise, doesn't seem to matter what I put on the back. Just go. Still a foot, what the hell? Why is this still a 40? Is it just a 40 in this lane? I'm just going to merge. Going into single lane. Great. I can't wait. Stuck behind this guy still. Come on, mate. See, sometimes like this I'd be half tempted to try and overtake, but I want to chance it. Yeah, we're hitting 7th now, so come on, mate. Let's do this. Let's open up. Come on. God, look at the traffic behind. Bloody nuts. Radio, turn off. Come on, please turn off. Just got it. They're not indicating, are they? Let's do it. 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 Sorry, mate, but you are just. I don't even care that I had to hit 70, like 80. Sorry to make me target one. Hello. How you doing? I tried the boy video from like 15 years back. Yeah. Totally forgot about that video. Yeah, no, that video was awesome, wasn't it? God. Just tell me that song. Yeah. Jesus. God, yeah, I remember that video now. God. It was funny because I could kind of imagine like some of the people I know down where I live doing that. You know, in fact, I would be surprised if there was someone down here that would have done it. But yeah. Oh man, I have to watch it again now. Always had that at the moment. Every time an old video is like reminisced and brought up, and normally you'll have to watch it. It's like so good. Alright, how are we doing for fuel anyway? We're about halfway for our fuel, so we're not too bad. Okay, 141 kilometers left in the tank. 577 kilometers to the end point. I mean, we could go without grabbing fuel the entire way, really, if we wanted to. So, you know, we could push it. We could have the Scani sipping gas fumes. If I stuck behind us, I don't care. Can't believe 70 is the speed limit here. This is nuts. Yeah, God, look at this guy. Come on. You can overtake, mate. You can overtake. Bad pixels, is it? Yeah, well. Try and get mad at me, mate. My scanning is not going to happen, is it? Yeah, I'll have to watch that now. It's going to happen. I'm going to have to bloody do it, I am. I know what he was doing was turning in. God's sake. Oh my god, this slow traffic. Oh, okay, we're going down to 30, that's why. On the side of the road. Hello. God. Traffic. That's what this road works for. I think lorry driving is something you could do for a living. Well, you know, I often have thought about that. And I mean, I could, to be honest, I could do it. You know, sat in a truck for hours, just kind of driving places. Now, do I have a class 2 or class 1 that allows me to do such a thing? Nope. But I'd love to do it. I mean, if I had stayed at my old job, being a bin man, I would have eventually, you know, well, I mean, I did get offered to do it, like a class 2 license, as long as I got my driving license back, but just never took them up on the offer. I know there's talk at one point that they'd pay for me to get my driving license sorted out again if I then stuck out a year, like an additional year, and then took a class 2, because they were they wanted to train more people up at the time. And obviously everyone I worked with took advantage of that, but I didn't. Good evening, good evening. But that was because at the time I was, you know, I had rumblings that I'd be getting a job at the art college, so I just kind of was like, nah, I'm alright. Looking back at it now, I'm like, kind of wish I did, because it would give me some like options, you know, especially with how things are at the moment. You know, educational institutions are a bit on the nose for things at the moment. So having a class 2 driver's license to fall back on, that would have been nice. Would have been nice. But yes, good evening indeed. It's a fine evening. We're currently driving through Poland. Some nice hot air balloons off there in the distance. Some nice chill tunes. Well, that's the thing. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, there's the whole, you know, everything shutting down. I would have been safe. I would have still been as safe as I would have been during the height of like not being in lockdown. Do you know what I mean? Because half the time, like the people that I know who've, you know, got class 2 and class 1 even licenses, they've said it's the most safe they've ever felt. Who's driving a lorry at the moment? Like they said, they'd feel like they. One of my friends who drives a Scania, kind of like the one I'm driving right now. He says he was like, if I had to work in a supermarket, I literally would be shitting myself. Like, or if I was an NHS worker, I'd be shitting myself. But all I'm doing is distributing the goods between places like that, and they've got their stuff in place. You've got yours. You're basically unloading it anyway because the one that he drives has a forklift attached to the Mac that he can use. So he's dealing with that. He doesn't really have to see anyone because all the orders and stuff are now being processed online, so they're not even having to sign things over. All he does is literally say on this, like, rings up office, say, "Oh, I've delivered it," and they go, "Right, okay." Confirm it with the company. The company goes, "Yeah, you delivered it." Bam, job's done. They're fun. I did actually have a forklift drivers for a while when I was younger. I got a it was like a gas powered forklift license from Dartmoor prison, but it was only valid for like a few years. So yeah, I got that when I was 16, I think. Is that a Fabia? Kind of looked like one, didn't it? It probably was. They got a car in it called the Scout car. That is basically the Skoda symbol, but just says Scout car instead of Skoda. Skoda, sorry, not Skoda, Skoda. So probably was. It definitely is. 100%, I'm sure of it. Are we doing red car, yellow car now, are we? But just with Fabia. Is that Fabia? Tell you. Bloody Fabia. Tell that mile off. Put the autopilot back on for a minute. I need a drink, can you? Thirsty. See, in the cab. The Moggy's back in the cab, he's on that seat. And we've got a can of Coke down there. Nothing in the back, just keep calm and truck on. Oh, and I'm all over the road here, so let's not do that. That's why you don't look away from the road when you're driving. How am I coping with the heat? Not well. PC is hating it. Absolutely hating it. So what I've had to do is, so I've got like my overclock settings in a profile, and I've gone into just using default clocks on the Ryzen chip, just to try and keep the heat down on it, because like even now all the fans are trying to run 100% of the time. Thank God with the beauty of RTX voice, hopefully all you can hear is me. Yeah, it's nuts being in here during the day, and obviously at the moment with reviewing students' work, and they're like, you know, and they're working things like Unreal Engine 4, so it's like a heavy duty program, and I'm opening up these projects and stuff that they're sending me for review and crit, and my PC's just like 100% fans straight away. As soon as I even hover my mouse over the icon for Unreal Engine 4, it's just like 100% fan usage. So everything's back on stock, everything's been turned off, like there's no overclocks, everything's just running stock, and it's still fine, like it's great. It's just obviously the hot air is not working well. So hopefully when this Noctua EM4 bracket turns up, I can put the cooler on there. I've got 2 Noctua fans that I can use on it, so one doing pull, one doing push, which would be nice, because even though it's a slim cooler, it's still, I feel it's one of the beefier slim coolers that they did. The UN9, is it the U9S? I think it's a U9S, the U12S, I can't remember. But either way, it's, even though it says it's a slim model, it's still a bit of a beast. So yeah, and that thing used to cool an FX8350 like nothing. You know, I remember I had the FX8350 at, well, it was really, that thing was clocked high sometimes, like 4.6, I want to say. And that Noctua cooler just kept it like ice cold all the time. Like, it was such a good cooler. I think it would do exactly the same. I mean, apparently it does the same job with the Ryzen series of CPUs, so yeah. Alright. Come on. Get. I don't care about the counting on me, I just want to know, right, I'm going straight in. But because I've downclocked, well, gone back to stock speeds, I do notice like a slowdown every now and again in the games, but I don't really mind because I don't really want to, like, it's a brand new computer which I've spent 450 quid on. I don't really want to be killing anything off yet, especially after that 98-degree thing the other day. Jesus Christ, that scared me. Oof, man. Yeah, don't want to do that again. That was terrifying. Why are you going so slow, mate? It's an 80 here. We're in an 80 zone now. I can do 80. Because you're being an arse and you're doing like 55 or whatever it is. Right. It's 80 up to 80 up there. Oh my god. Why did you go in the... Why did you fill me full of hope and promises of being in the merge lane just to pull out again, you arse? This is the thing, like, I've had... God. Hate the AI. Like, I've got an AI mod on, and there's, like, which kind of makes them work better in times of days and stuff, but they're still assholes through and through, like, without a shadow of doubt, assholes. They just want you to come off the road all the time. They don't care. They don't care. So aggressive. It's like setting the aggressive meter on a God, what is this? It's like setting the aggressive meter on a AI in like racing games to like proper aggressive AI. Breaking the speed limit, but the dual carriageway. I can't actually. Oh yeah, we go 80. You. What is this? God, so much work going on right now. What is this traffic? And what are these roadworks? What's going on? Let's put the retard on for a minute. Alright, we are going... Screw it. It's all good. We're back. World. Once again. Yeah. Oh. What do I think I'll put the other cooler on? Well, the stock cooler, I'm not gonna do much with, to be honest. I'll probably sit in a box. But the Noctua one I had that I'm going to be putting on this Ryzen CPU was the one I had originally on my 8350, and it kept it really nice and cool. Quick turning there. So obviously everything's been set to stock. Beautiful job, thank you very much. I twisted my wrists just to perform the maneuver. Just don't get these roundabouts. These roundabouts are really odd. I thought we had really odd roundabouts here in the southwest, but nope. Poland has beaten that. say. There's a train. Oh god. This is gonna be jittery road again. Look at this road. This road is ooh. I should probably put on playing pro mods as well in the stream title, but I haven't. Looks like the ones around here. Ugh. Don't like that. Bless yourself. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Sorry, mate. Gonna just. You went for 3 tyres. Jesus Christ. I mean, we have lots of potholes down here. That's one thing that we are renowned for, is the depth of our potholes and how they don't get repaired properly anyway. Like, so I remember one time we're out in this recycling truck. It was actually a prototype recycling truck. It was when we went from the 7.5 ton trucks to the Iveco Euro cargo hybrid, and we were we had this Iveco hybrid recycling truck, and we were doing this road, and there was like really deep potholes in it. I'm just going to speed from it. I really don't want to get stuck with any more people from there. Yeah, we're in Lithuania, crossing the border. It's meant to be doing 30. Yeah, so these holes were getting filled in. They were really bad, like really bad holes. Like if you tried to drive a tire over one, it would have your car would have just scraped. You do, but I've turned it off because a bit of a maverick like that for a minute. But I keep it on when I'm playing online. Helps with immersion. But just in single player, I just like bending the rules a bit. Gotta go faster. Oh yeah. I've still got the 90 mile per hour or 90 kilometer an hour speed cap on this truck though. That's all I'm gonna do. But yeah, so the council were coming along. And this just shows how much they did not fix things. Yeah, the council that came along was filling in these holes while we were picking up recycling. Brilliant. Okay, so when we drive back, obviously we might have to wait for a minute while they finish what they're doing, and then we can finally not like feel like that we're gonna pop the tire driving over these potholes. Now where I was working, like it was a really sharp incline, so it was like a moorland road that had like a housing estate on it. It was really weird. So it took us ages to get up the hill because this new truck didn't have the gear ratio to kind of get up it like great when it was half full. So it took ages to come back down. I thought, oh well, by the time we get down to the bottom, they'll be gone. Then it started pissing it down, and I mean really chucking it down. And when it chucks it down with rain, this road literally turns into like a river. So we're there, and lo and behold, rain starts, chucking it down, road turns into a river. Get back down to where they're working on the potholes, the tarmac they'd laid down, they hadn't even pressed in. They'd literally just like sat it on top. And you knew they'd only just sat it on top because the rain had pulled it out as a solid lump. And yeah, it was then like basically boulder debris on the road. Man, and they didn't attempt to fix the holes again for like another year and a half, which is really like, ugh. Like, I mean, we were external contractors, but they, you know, we were still technically like, we still had council labelling. It was weird. And people would come up to us and be like, "That's dangerous. You should fix that." It's like, well, we're not the council, but we have told the council because they're having to pay out for new tyres every time that pothole there, like we're pointing out the right one, that pothole there is puncturing our tyres. Yeah. Doesn't matter where you go down in the southwest, like the councils just don't really seem to give a damn about them. To the point where, I think there was like a, they don't. Well, yeah, they don't care. The amount that they don't care is, what was it? I can't remember the exact way it played out, but basically, like, a traffic warden ticketed one of our trucks. Yeah, it was our dust cart. So it was me and this agency driver, and I told him to park it where we parked it for like the last 3 years. It was this big Iveco Stralis. And yeah, so I told him to park it where we've always parked it. Went into the shop, grabbed some food, grabbed some drink, came back out. We had a fixed penalty notice. I literally turned to the traffic warden and said, "You do realise you are billing the council? That's a council vehicle. The council will get the bill for that, which is your boss, essentially." Because there was a weird thing where traffic wardens were like run by the council. It was really odd. It was like, "I don't care. You're not meant to park there. It's for loading vehicles only." To which I had to point out, it's a dust cart. You load refuse into a dust cart. Technically, it is a loading vehicle. Still didn't care. About an hour later, got back to the yard because we were on our way to tip. Gave my supervisor the fixed penalty notice. He ran to the council, so he's got a fixed penalty notice for them. Literally drove down to their offices, gave them the fixed penalty notice. Weeks later, came across the same traffic warden, apologising for causing such an issue because he got in such trouble. I'm not meant to indicate that way. What am I doing? Yeah. So yeah, they don't care. The council will not care, and they won't do anything until you bill them for it. That's a really, yeah, it's just so beautifully put. God, I wanted to take this hoodie off. I'm sweating so much, but it's fine. I can do this. I just need a long stretch of clear road. That's what I need. Need some clear road. Oh man, yeah. Traffic wardens are people with a superiority complex. Like, they think, yeah, no one can touch me. I'm the best. Like, I'm a traffic warden. Yeah, I'll get abuse because I'm so fucking amazing. Yeah, I don't know. That's the type of traffic wardens I've met anyway. It's always been like that. So it's always just been a bit like, God, just fuck off in it. Just fuck off, mate. Right, I'm gonna hopefully try and take this off while I drive at my truck. Look at that skill. That skill. When we're doing 90, because the speed limit's 90, I love this. Get on with Lithuania. Sadly, I can't do that because my desk's in the way, so I'd like just tweak the desk. Probably could. I mean, we're on cruise control at the moment, so I could probably like bring my for my knees. There you go. That kind of works. Oh, stop that. Got a ticket at 5 AM. Parking on double yellow lines. When he went to visit Sarah and my mum and dad's, my alarm set for 7 to go move it, so there wasn't space when it turned up. The only reason there were double yellow lines is because the council wanted money, so made everyone have a parking pass to live there. Funnily enough, Seth, that happened where my mum lived, where I lived for 26 years of my life, and then they put a parking pass there. So the first time I went to visit my mum after moving out, and I got slapped a fixed penalty notice. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. So we still have that issue at my mum's old house. Although she doesn't live there anymore, but yeah. Oh man, it's just like, I'll tell you why they did it where we live, or where I used to live, is because it was in this, like, it's pretty much like a road in the centre of town, but it's not. So people just park there to go into town. So the council was like, so the residents were like, we need something happening here. So the council was like, alright then, we'll sort it out, and that's what they did. Parking permit. And it wasn't even like, oh, if you live on that road, you can get a big discount. It was, no, it is 600 quid for a year at first. And they were like, people were like, no, not parking there, not doing it. No one parked there. Everyone just used the local supermarket car park. So it was like 2 quid for 24-hour parking. So the council was like, oh, okay, all right, we'll do like 100 quid a year. Councils, wankers, absolute bends. I'd love to happily park on double yellow lines though. And just be like, yeah. I don't think we have any double yellow lines in the village actually, it's just road. All the road is just road, there's no double yellow lines anyway. Oh no, there is. There's like there's the markings outside the school. But even at the War Memorial, there's like no double yellow lines. Scrape a gap in one of the lines. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point. And the thing is, councils are hard. You know, residential roads. They very rarely, unless they know they're going to make a lot of money for it, they very rarely are going to make. They're going to make the time to repaint the lines. God, what is with the roadworks tonight? What's going on? Flaky nuts. That's it. Come on, mate. Down. Gonna hit that 90. Gonna hit that sweet 90. How far we got? Not yet. Come on. Alright. We're good. Not gonna lie, I mean, I love playing this in VR, but it is nice playing it at ultra settings. Because like anti-aliasing's on for one, which anti-aliasing seems to be balked in the VR mode. So you haven't got like jaggies everywhere, so just seeing things with less jaggies on it, it's just really good. It's just really good. I'm in the wrong lane. Ah, saved it. Look at that. Yeah, that 980 pulling its weight and half, mate. Hell yeah. Well, especially with that Ryzen as well, just two of them work in tandem, which is nuts. Oh yeah. Well, that's it. It's like I don't think I've had to worry about that thing at all, like heating up. I think the most I've seen out of it's like 66 under like when doing intensive stuff. So you can't really fault it, can you? And it is. It's like that is a massive heatsink. Like I remember looking at it when I was putting the Ryzen and stuff in it last week. It was just like I was holding it for a second. I was just like, Jesus Christ! This is like you could kill someone with a 980 Ti. I'm pretty sure you could. Like, just knock someone down. It's a nice chill nights. Should be there soon actually, thinking about it. Just gonna keep out of cruise control from here. Just because I'm anxious that I'll probably come up on turning soon enough and I'll be like, coming over the border again. We're going back to Poland. Lithuania into. Oh. No. Estonia? It's Estonia. Latvia? I'm having a hard time placing the name. Estonia or Latvia? I think it's Latvia, isn't it? Pretty sure it might be. What does it actually say? Sure. Hasn't said anything. I'm on the, like the last 300 kilometers worth of fuel. 107 liters left, but we're fine for a minute. Maybe turning off up here. Nope. Pretty sure it's Latvia. Don't know why I just fucking like this game. Don't know why. I just like playing this game. It's just relaxing. I like to relax and I can just, like, I found when I've been recording videos for this, I just chat, drive, you know, take it steady. It's just like, what? It's just, it's good. Just having fun playing the video game. It's also helping me with my flag quiz skills. Running out of fuel. Not down to the last 100 yet, don't worry. Good. Yeah, it's been kind of helping me out with my map skills because everyone keeps putting these map rounds, or sorry, flag rounds, into our weekly family quizzes. And yeah. Draft some other vehicles. This is a nice little town, isn't it? But yeah, so like, got things like Poland and Estonia and like, was it like? I can't remember. There's a couple that I've been driving through constantly in ETS2. And they've come up in like people's flag rounds, and I've been like, I'll know that one. I'll bloody know it. Bloody know it. Bloody know that one. Don't bloody know it. Do miss my Volvo though. I mean, I still have it. It's in the garage, but it's not, you know. So I could get it out and start using it again, but I'm just like, I bought the Scania because I really wanted a Scania, and I just kind of want to use it for a bit just to kind of get a feel of how it works. Like, I mean, it might get to a point where I'm like, nah, I'll get one of the new age, like, they're called like new age or next gen Scanias. It's really weird. Oh, that's fine. Here we have arrived. Put my beacons on, they're doing their beacons, I'll put my beacons on. Oh, let's just go for the easy ones. Cool, there we go. Park up. Decoupling. Boosh! And some of that. Cool. Ow. That's my truck. Cool. Beautiful. Right. Have we got any other jobs going in the area? So where? Oh yeah, Latvia. We are Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, Poland. What's this one? I feel like taking a bit of a It's back to Poland, but that's a dozer crawl, so I'll probably be a bit more of a laugh because that would be on construction sites. What external contracts are there? Well, it's this one. It's 1,942 kilometers, but good price per distance. Oh damn, that's literally up to Finland. Sure. Sure, let's do a dozer crawl up to Finland then. Should probably look for a garage first, or on the way anyway. Because if I don't, I won't get a bit of fuel. Right. Turn the beacons off. Don't need to look cool now. Don't need to turn my beacons on. Right, let's go find this place then. Much nippier now. I've got the trailer off, I should say. Is there any garages on our route? I don't think there is. Which worries me. Is there? So what if I turn... Right, I'll tell you what, we're going to do a quick diversion just to get some fuel. Because I worry, so we're going to turn left here. So go right. And it's going to go recalculating route. Yeah, it's going to tell me to turn right here. So it's such speed in it though, it's not loaded. Make a U-turn, make a U-turn. That's what the GPS would be saying now. Make a U-turn. Do it now, do it now. You can do a U-turn, yo. Drift. Wasn't really. Don't play that as a drift. Right. Much fuel. So there's mods that actually like update fuel prices in game as well. It's like, it's nuts. Like the mod I've got for the Sky, that does that updates every week with updated times for sunset and sunrises, which is cool. Which I like. Don't know why. Quite like it. Plus it's got a nicer sky to it. That's with like a graphics mod as well. So. You know. Going for it. Whee! Dennis type truck. Because that used to be the envy of us when we were driving around in our Iveco Stralis that was falling apart all the time because it was badly put together. It was not meant to take garbage away for a living. We always used to see Dennis trucks with their low cab, and the doors that swoosh open, and you just step into the cab. Bastards. This make me sick. Pleasant times. I had more muscle then. It was a lot healthier looking then, I'll tell you that. And I got the chrome. The bad poop disease, that's what they called it. Alright, going down into some quarry space it looks like. So, yeah, here we go. Turn of the bumpy road. You can probably hear my wheel. I don't know if RTX voice is able to cancel this out or not. Jesus. Oh my god, that is just nuts. Right. What? Is that an ambulance behind me? Best get out of the way from the ambulance. Sorry, mate. Hang on. There you go. Come on. You don't think you can hear the wheel? It's so loud. Probably. If you can't hear this, that's nuts. You can probably see it. It's probably like. I'm gonna have to drive on the grass. I'm gonna wake up the old house otherwise. It's not there. That's not anywhere. I'm literally going down a dirt road. I didn't realise it was going to be that loud. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I was like, this is nuts. I'm so sorry. I was literally like, this is going to wake everyone up. So I'm trying to go onto the grass. Hang on. I love you. There we go, that's better. Have fun with your models. Like, shut the door. The old gear. How was off-roading smoother than a dirt path? I think it's because they're more bassy. It's more bassy vibrations than sharp vibrate. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, this wheel's old anyway, so like it's really not very nice vibrations. I don't know. It's weird. This wheel's like great, but it's loud when it wants to be. Let's get this fuel down. While beacon's on, like all important. That's what we used to say. Every time we'd start a shift at like 6 o'clock in the morning, put our beacons on, and be like, right, put the beacons on. It's time to look important. And all the public hate us. Oh yes. Okay, I'm gonna take the long way round. God, this is going to be so loud driving back. A bit more retarded on. Not looking forward to this at all. Feels like the mountains have like slightly come off actually. No, they are fully on, alright. Oh man, I had to start and see one then. Jesus, okay. Right, here we go. Yeah, but I've got to go off road, so otherwise I'm gonna leave everyone up. It ain't fair. It ain't fair on my wife and daughter who are trying to sleep while I'm trying to drive. Look at this. It's pretty. But yeah, so on the grass, go get some planning for the desk. Won't fix it, honestly. We tried. I remember we tried in the old house. Because obviously in the old house, this computer was in our bedroom. Some bump there. That's not good. That is not good. Right. I can't even total zone. Yeah, just let me do it, please. Snow runner, yeah. Sure is. Oh my god. Damn it. I don't think we're getting that one again. Let's pick something else. Jesus. That's the habit, didn't it? But yeah, no, it's definitely like that other snow runner, yeah, snow runner game. Yes. Do I want to get another dozer or do I just get some? What is the best price right anyway? That's literally that. Ugh. Disinfectant. I guess that's a good thing to get at the moment, or bottle time. Get some disinfectant. Sure. That would be better. What is that saying? Right. Should we try again? But just this time disinfectant. Go get some disinfectant. Yeah. That'd be nice, safe, quiet disinfectant. You kicking off, yeah, you are. Cool. And the wind's kicking off again. Brilliant. Got a little good bit of wind. Oh, I should unlock. Okay, sorry. Forgot I had my diff lock. That was a good moment. I feel it was a good solid moment. Can't bloody drive now. What's going on? Well, I mean, I can drive anyway, but you know, yeah, you know, yeah. Oh well. Okay. That's... Right, here we go. Beacons blazing. Off we go on another jolly gant for Latvia. Well, out of Latvia now anyway. Going out of Latvia. Well, that's not a Volkswagen camper, right? You gonna let me out? You gonna let me out? You just get... What are you doing, mate? What is going on? Get out of my way. Time waster. It's another thing, like, if you're slightly in the road, the AI thinks just stop. You're stuck behind a sweeper. I didn't do that stuff for a while. She used to sit in the seat just laughing at people. So you can see him behind, she's like, oh, good, oh, can we fucking let go, guys? Right, well, if we didn't do it, we'd soon complain with the bloody roads are nasty. I can't believe you've done this. Yeah, people used to get really irate. In fact, I remember there was one part of town that we used to get so much abuse. We had to stop sweeping it because the council was like getting complaints. Stopped sweeping it for a month, and it was a really busy road section. And after a month, it literally like was shit-eyed. There was weeds everywhere in the gutter. The gutters were like clogged. People were complaining. So well, you can't have it both ways. Either we clean the bloody thing once a week so it doesn't get filled with crap, or it doesn't get cleaned. Your choice. Your move, assholes. It was very us versus the public. It was really, really weird job. I loved it. Dude. Alright, onwards and upwards, all that jazz. Off we go into the unknown. 80 kilometers. Sorry, so I'm a little outburst there. Need a little out of the way. Alright, blast off. Set that. Cool. Goods. Ooh, bang. Do this now. It's like cruising. See all the cool people doing it? Cruising USA. Just looking over my steering wheel, they're like, yeah. Nothing coming. Saved. All good. Boosh. And it was meant to do 30 through there, but there we go. Now I can drive by the bottom of the steering wheel like that. Oh yeah. Cruising US Latvia. It's not bad actually. Looks good. It's good. It's good stuff. A junction coming up or something. No, I don't think that's us. Feel good. Feel alright. Yeah. That's a road we cannot trek. I hope everyone's well. If you can still see me. Hope you're well. Hope everything's fine, rosy dandy. I hope you'll keep being safe. I hope you're staying alert. Whatever the hell the government message is now, I don't know. Oh, I'd like to get on that track. That'd be cool. It's a gas station. Oh, you ass. Alright, I'm overtaking you. Out of the way. Oh, you. Don't do it. You could see I was chilling. You could see it. Bloody knew I was chilling. It's just like, no, no, no. Not on my road. No, no, no. Don't turn left, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you. You'll get one of the good ones. One of the good ones, that. Let me out like a ledge. Right. Open her up to 80 kilometers an hour. Like Sooth. God, even though it's like 11:15. Bloody muggy, innit? Bloody muggy. Centres. I meant off the centres. No, doing a 70 and a 50. Weaving out of bloody traffic here. A maniac. Don't. Thank you. Let's go straight this. By Jove. Nice little road. Just creeping down. Yeah, isn't it? Is that roundabout? I think coming up to a roundabout. Turn the cruise off for a second. I don't know. Traffic lights. Bloody traffic lights. Who'd have funked it? Pink funk. Meow. Meow. I'm almost kind of gutted you couldn't hear the wheel when I was going down that track road, because it was really like, it was really like, it was. The fact that Jade came in was just like, what the hell's going on? It feels like it's resonating through the house. Oh, that ain't good. Should really be in that lane. It's fine, I'll get into that lane next. Having more traffic. Yeah. No, it's not this one. I don't need to go down this one, it's the next one. Oh, look at that truck. Salzer! Whatever that is. Fair for the bloody throttle in it. So you've got throttle and brake. No clutch. All throttle, no clutch. Ugh. Get my drink. Oh, pop. Come on, green means go. Go, 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 go. I should probably be in this lane. I'll be in this, I'll go in this lane. Going to port, I think. Going port. Port side, yeah. Going in the port. Any old port in a storm. Just hit brake instead of acceleration through that corner. I'm but a fool. Fool to myself and those around me. Have we got much planned for the weekend? No, not really. I mean, Sunday night, we're going to go in the tent again. And I'm going to put the projector up so we can have a movie night in there. But other than that, I mean, Saturday daytime's always like we clean the house. Instead of Sunday is like what I like to coin the term lazy day. Because Jade always used to be at work on Sunday. So me and Missy would always have a lazy day, but now Jade gets to indulge in it, but she's never she's never that lazy on lazy day, which I'm a bit offended by, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, so that's literally the plan. Is Saturday daytime is probably cleaning, Sunday lazy day, and Sunday night camping out in the massive tent, and yeah, put the projector up. Film on. So, oh God. Always hate getting off the phones here. Yeah, no, other than that, not much really. How about yourself? Have you got anything on the cards this weekend? Bloody need a vindicator on. Bit of bloody traffic for days, mate. I'm looking forward to when Pro Mods updates to 1.37 because I played American Truck Simulator in 1.37 and it's like, sounds really nice. Oh, you let me out? Oh, you absolute ledge. Tomorrow I'll probably try and get the loft a bit further along. Difficult as one person, so I'm sure I'll get there. That's the spirit. I mean, those sort of things. Loft conversions always a pain, but when you put in that, when you put in all those hours at the end of it, you're like, oh, so good. And you can prep. Get sort of the Strata Day. It's a guitar thing. Wherever your house is a bit broken. Oof. That's not good. Why is it broken? Did you kick it too hard or something? Yeah, I'm just thinking like, yeah, Strat Day would be, yeah, Stratocaster. Good old guitars and rhythm. Oh, it's been ages since I played my guitar. In fact, I think it's been a year or two since I last played my guitar. I'll probably be very rusty on it now. Need to try and play it. Well, I mean, I would like to play it, but I'll probably need new strings. Basically, no lintel of the windows. Looks like the ground might have been shifted, and there's a big crack between the bottom window to upstairs window. Ooh. Ouch, that sucks. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems for you, because that's not like a month now. Building work at the moment, like, it's just tough for them getting building work done at the moment. A friend of mine's been out working on like an outdoor studio in their garden, but God knows how long. Like, it was before like this all kicked off. They've only just got round to getting a roof on it because it just takes so long to get stuff for it. I mean, you win anyway, but it's a fact. You support too. I'm not sure if house. Well, I mean, if it's an inherent flaw in the design of the house, then insurance should probably won't cover it. But I don't know. Then again, it's like if it's environmental factors, maybe. I don't know. House insurance is always a weird one, to be honest. I've never. It's been a tough one. I mean, we don't have house insurance for this place. I think we got contents insurance, that's about it. But, I know, because I'm carrying my disinfectant. It's a very important cargo. If anyone gets in the way of it, I will bloody bosh them out of the way. So, yeah, that is gonna be tough. Sure. Okay, I know. You can see on the sat the head of the thing and stuff. But yeah, disinfectant. It's an important thing. I'm important. Gotta look important. Put your beacons on. Gotta look important. That's my motto. Put your beacons on. Look important. Jobs are good. Jobs are good. Yeah. So now 50. Jesus. Why so slow? This is so slow. Not that I can't get in front of me. Fuck off. Tend to do this when I be driving like on the motorway and stuff, especially on my motorbike. Just like I see someone like coming up behind me trying to thinking they can like get in front. Oh, like, fuck off. Just open up. See you later, dickhead. It's alright. He's in the faster lane, which is what it's meant for. But don't be doing it on an on-ramp. Hate people who do that. Absolutely hate people who do that. It's just not. Don't do it on an on-ramp. It's dangerous. Cause accidents that way. Just wait. Just wait until you're in your lanes and then go for it. Don't do it on ramps and off ramps. Off ramps as well. Oh man, off ramps. Especially when that like the off ramp junction is one for left, one for right, and they're in the right and they still go left. Just to be like, yeah, I'm going around here. Funny enough, I don't get road rage. I just press it down, deep down inside my psyche, till it literally feels like my heart is gonna burst out my chest. That's good. That's good. Good. I just think, what's the point? You know, if you're gonna get angry on the road, then you just like that anger kind of sits with you because like you're not really any way of venting at road rage. So all you're doing is basically like, hey, we're going past the Scania factory in my Scania. Hey. Get on. There she goes. Sorry. Right. What was it? Road rage. Like rubbish, eh? Just don't get angry, innit? Just like, you know, just take your time, nice and steady. Take your time. Just, you know. People want to rush off and overtake and cause a fuss on the road. Let them do it. It's their funeral. They're not solving anything. They're more likely to crash than you are. Let them do it. Honestly, like, I'd rather get to my house 20 minutes later than I probably should have. Like 5 minutes before I should have. Yeah, I mean, everyone gets angry with like the silly idiots. But I mean, people who rather like. Yeah. Well, we had coming back. So like, this is really funny. So obviously, like, for my blood test at the moment, I have to go to a clean room via an ambulance, like a you know, like not an ambulance, but like a local like doctor ambulance. And we were coming back the other day for my latest one, and the guy just literally pulled out without even looking, like from this blind junction. The guy had to like slam on the brakes, and he got really angry. I was just like, he's probably just used to the fact that no one's been on the road for the last 2 months. Like, people have just got into a bad habit. He was just like, yeah, I suppose. Decide to race you at a set of lights near a hospital whilst an ambulance was trying to cross. Oh my god, that, yeah, see, that would piss me off. That would piss me off. Thing is, as well, I think why I've just like detracted myself from road rage. I think when driving a car, I probably had it a couple of times, but the motorbike, like, you just can't get rage, because if you get angry, you're more than likely to steam up your bloody helmet. And if it's raining, you can't really open it, because otherwise you're going to get inside your helmet wet and it's going to be harder to see. So if you're on a motorbike, it just kind of was like, yeah, no, it's cool, let them kill themselves, it's not my problem. People like that are the reason insurance is crap. I honestly still think that there should be certain limits on how long you can drive before you get a certain CC and like brake horsepower engine, sorry, not CC, certain brake horsepower engine, and even then probably like additional steps in place. So like, because for instance, it's not going to be everyone. Oh yeah, it was, yeah. I see, yeah, probably was beautiful. Like, Jade said it was beautiful, like, it was just no one on the roads. But like, an example is the fact that, yeah, but 100 brake horsepower is like, in the grand scheme of everything else that people buy, especially boy racers, yeah, you get it, like, so let's take for instance that Subaru, yeah. Seth, you've probably been driving for God knows how long now, right? Subaru, probably something you can handle quite easily, yeah. It's when you get literally like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old getting a Subaru because their parents are like forked out for it. There's no way they've been driving long enough to get a Subaru. Yeah, exactly 9 years, and then you're picking up a Subaru. That's a pretty decent amount of time to be driving. But yeah, I don't know. I just think there should definitely be a hard limit on brake horsepower to age and like years driven. Because that's nuts in America. Like 14, you can go and get like, or 16. I can't remember what it is. Is it 14 or 16 in America that you can get like a car license? Is it 14? I'm pretty sure it's 14. I can't remember. But it's stupidly young over there. Yeah, 14 in some states. Yeah, that's just like, what? What? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the first things I did, actually, because it snowed pretty badly, and I thought, I'm not going to go driving, but I'm going to go and just see how my car feels with the snow. Because especially where I lived when I was growing up, like, it didn't get gritted or anything. Like, there weren't gritters out constantly. So we always used to have snow. So I remember, yeah, I'd go out and I tested how it kind of spun on the snow when I was like trying to accelerate and stuff. Yeah, yeah. So, how's it going? How you doing, man? How are you doing? I don't know how far it sounds into it. I don't remember this one being this long. This long? It must be this long. Can't remember what we delivering again. Disinfectant, that was it. To Herning. Off to Herning. Some traffic ahead, I'm worried about this. I'm going to switch lanes because, yeah, this guy's got the idea. Just worried. Worried I am. cautious man. I see traffic ahead and I'm like, something afoot. I'm just gonna brake, speed a little bit, just so I can get past. Doing it. Don't pull out. Don't do it. You stay there. Good boy. Off we go. Meow. This is when I have to take a off ramp now. I've had that happen a couple of times when I've played this. I've been like, yeah, I'm gonna overtake it, and I'll be like, that's my off ramp. 200 kilometers diversion. No. Nightmare. Now I'm just gonna stay in this lane because the traffic. What is it? It's like 29 in game at night. Why is this traffic all of a sudden appearing? I think the mod's balked. To be honest, this doesn't feel right. And this is what it's like driving over here. Are we still? No, we're not in Latvia because we took the ferry. Were we heading to Finland? Maybe. I think we are heading up to Arctic North-ish. Not actual Arctic North, but we are heading closer that way because the sky is staying bright. So, bloody traffic, though, isn't it? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean that's what you can do, really, isn't it? You know, it's like. I mean, to be honest, I was all like, I think. I'm definitely safer now. I've been driving my motorbike for, God, like, I can't remember when I even started driving a motorbike. It was, I think I literally went for it like at 16. I got a wheels to work moped, and then after that year, shifted up to a 125. And then after that, so yeah, probably. Because also just riding a motorbike like longer than I was doing a car. So, I'm trying to remember how old I am now. Right. Doing some simple arithmetic in my head. You can see the gears turning. Hang on. I've lost my train of thought. Alright, hang on. 20. 15 years I've been riding two wheels. I only did four wheels for like 5, and even then I was still riding a motorbike. So, God, what's this traffic here? What's going on? God, what is traffic? Bloody nuts. This track, literally, I've just snapped onto it. It's this track, the weird sounding track. I honestly still don't know after like 2 or 3 years of listening to it if I like this song or not. But it's still in the play, but I do need to come off soon. So, or is it just this lane? Sorry, mate. Oh, the bloody... Oh. It's a bit sharp on that one then. It is a lot different playing this in pancake mode than it is VR. That's yeah. But... That's such a blast. Bloody love it. Bloody indicator off. Let me off. Get off. Whee, here we go. You know what? I've just realised as well is I think I'm streaming at 1080p 60, aren't I? Can you just verify that for me for a second? I am streaming at 1080p 60, aren't I? Pretty sure I am. Oh my God! Knew it. Didn't turn the settings back after I finished recording. It's glorious 1080p 60. I know, this is quite the treat. Does it actually look any good? Because, like, I think I'm like at 4,500 bit rate. Can't remember. Something like that. As long as it doesn't look like pixelated, I'm happy with that. There's probably no quality settings though, is there? So it's literally just source 1080p 60. Still on, but don't want to take me out off because I hate my hair at the moment. I hate the fact that I can't get hair dye. It's driving me nuts. It's all good. That's good. That's about, at least that's good. Well, like, Jade cut it, but yeah, Jade cut it like a month ago now, month and a half maybe. So obviously I was like, just cut it, because by the time lockdown's over, it would be like long again anyway. And so she cut it shorter than normal, but it's still really short. So it's not even at the length that I can dye it yet anyway. But I don't know, I just don't feel like myself when I've got dyed in. Because I've had this colour hair since 2009. Yeah, I've had red and yellow hair since 2009. So any period of time when my hair's like this, I just feel not myself. I think, if that makes sense. I mean, it's funny because like even my daughter's like, when she sees my hair like this, she thinks I've dyed it brown. She thinks my natural hair colour is like red and yellow. Sorry mate, I'm gonna be in today. Fucking 20 bloody kilometers ago, lad. Yeah, she thinks my hair's naturally red and yellow, and then I have to like break it to her, like, sorry darling, daddy's not that cool. Oh, you're kidding me. What is 50? I'm literally at 50 now. What's going on here? But God, yeah, last night, Jesus Christ. Like, I love her to bits. Yeah. Like, if anyone was to harm her, I'd kill her. Right? That's my confession live on stream, right? But last night, Jesus Christ. So we set up that big tent, yeah, in the garden. Pretty excited because it's the first time we put up that thing since we got it. So played Pokemon Monopoly, and then she started getting really tired, so put her to bed. So she had her own like pod in this tent. It's that big. It's got like 3 pods and then a living room area. So yeah, put her in the pod, and she like fell asleep in a half an hour. So me and Jade were like, right, okay, we're gonna go to bed now. And so we got into bed. Jade was like reading a animal book on a Kindle app or something, and I was just watching YouTube. I think I was watching I watched Spiffing Brit do his new Terraria video, and then I started watching Sips play Prison Architect again for like the 50th time. Anyway, Jade goes to sleep, I start nodding off. And, oh, such a good video. Such a great vid. And then it gets to... Yeah, we get woken up. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, get woken up. And it's, you know, it's my darling daughter coming in at 3 o'clock in the morning. And she was just like, the wind woke me up. So it was pretty windy last night up here in Dartmoor. I was like, alright, just get into our sleeping bag and like try and go back to sleep. So and then like Jade needs to go to the toilet, so I was like, right, okay. Anyway, 10 minutes passed. Jade comes back in. Just see these little pair of eyes staring over the sleeping bag. It's like, do you want to go back in? It's that windy. It's like, yeah. So at 3 in the morning, literally grabbing our pillows, you know, like my phone and stuff, and like getting everyone back to bed. Oh damn, he's not delivering tonight, is he? Getting everything back to bed, and like, yeah, just, you know, just so tired. And obviously, because of like, obviously, I mean, a blow-up mattress ain't the best anyway. Like, I don't care what anyone says, that thing is not a replacement for a mattress, but you know, ours is alright, but it's not brilliant. Anyway, so getting woken up at that time, well, not so great mattress, and then going to bed, after pulling everything back inside, it was just like, oh, so done. I was so done. So I'm really hoping Sunday night goes a lot better. Really do hope it goes a lot better, because otherwise I'm going to be really low. Just realised I don't have my bloody lights on. Like an idiot. It's so light here. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that the film will kind of like go on quite like late-ish, so that would pop in around. And then just go to sleep. Don't get woken up. Hope. That's what I hope. I hope. Bloody hope. Don't know what film we're gonna watch yet though. No idea. I'd be up for like a comedy or something, but not sure yet. Maybe I'll stick Star Wars on. That'd be good actually. But I know Jay won't want to watch Star Wars, so probably be something family friendly. Oh, maybe Kindergarten Cop. Kindergarten Cop. That's now on Netflix, so you can watch that, I guess. That's family friendly, isn't it? I mean, yeah, people get shot in it, but it's alright. It's harmless plus. For a 6-year-old. But if we're watching the Kindergarten Cop, I might do. I don't know. Actually, find out. We'll run it by Jade tomorrow. Like, do you reckon Kindergarten Cop's got one? No. No, Ollie. No, that's not a selection that we can put on. Hello, Child Services. Yes, they're showing their daughter to Kindergarten Cop. The outrage. This guy breaking the speed limit, breaking my immersion, mate. He did. Just don't care, does it? Just doesn't care. Oh yeah, Demolition Man. I remember. What did I get? I had a babysitter. See, I remember. See, a lot of things I remember when I was that young, because it was when I. So when I was like, so when I was 6, obviously I got my hearing back from the operation on my ears. So like everything around that point I remember very clearly. And I remember one babysitter shirt like putting on Last Action Hero. Like that was that's amazing. I love that film. Yeah. So I remember my stepdad, not my current stepdad, but my previous stepdad. He would put on Star Wars, which is awesome. Like that's and during the day we'll watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. But yeah, I remember the babysitter once coming over and like my brother Tyler like falling asleep pretty quickly, so I was like staying up late because I just couldn't sleep. So it's like, right, Last Action Hero, get on, get the fuck on. What's that toll? I can see it there. There's a toll, isn't it? You got to pay the toll. When your time's up, you gotta pay the toll. Tolls. Yeah. Cruise control. No Mini, fake Mini, or whatever the hell you are. So please got just automatic. Yes, they have, yes! Oh, so much better than how to stop. Go over the bridge. Watching the first Rambo at a young age. Oh, yeah! Rambo! I love a good bit of Rambo. Good bit of Rambo. Water in your area is turned off. Why? At this time of night? Remember when I used to stream at my old house and I used to have this as the signing off music? I'd be there doing that. With the lights changing them. Don't know if anyone remembers that, but I'll just do that. We're in Denmark! Let's do that a lot. Seen a post on Facebook and they saw that apparently we're out of water. Oh, whoosh. That'd be good. I used to love ending streams that way. Can I like to do that? I wonder. So I can't have my stream deck talk to them because there's no integration like that. Like it talks to Google Home. I wonder if I could program something to do it. What are you doing, mate? Stop switching lanes, will ya? Pick a lane. Pick a lane. So glad they didn't turn the electric off around there when they said they were going to. Oh, what a bloody nightmare. I'm so glad that storm set in. And they were like, yeah, you know what? It's fine. We have a power outage, it's fine. We'll just have to do what we have to do. Yeah, see those types of tools are handy for doing things like that. Would be like obviously like ArchViz uses it for things like that, you know, which makes sense. But I don't know. Like so, there's been this big thing on Twitter recently where. There's a lot of us, like I say us because I'm included in that sort of Twitter storm every now and again, where we really kind of make a point that the only company, being Valve, that has done anything about like semi-functional level design tools is Valve. Like Unity and Epic Games have done absolutely nothing and have kind of caused this problem where they've just made it so difficult for level designs to be defined outside of like being an environmental artist, and like it's the reason why like the title of level designer in studios now is just so weirdly like abstract and far reaching. It's weird, which means that there isn't an easy way for people to be able to just quickly prototype areas. So like I remember when I was showing, I think this was like, it might have been like a couple of years after me and Jay got together, but I was showing Unreal Engine 3's, because it just like the, you know, the public UDK just come out, and I was showing her like, you know, the brush tools and that, and she was able to build this like veterinary centre for zoo animals that was like more sort of humane and, you know, cared, like was attentive to each animal's interests. She was able to make that just with me like showing her how it worked. Like that's like, even though his brush tools weren't brilliant, but they were a lot better than what the bloody hell they have now. It's just, yeah, it just frustrates me and a lot of people that there's nothing like hammer. Let's have like hammers in Source 2. I mean, it's UI's. I'm gonna say it now, even after like altering it. The UI in Source 2's hammers absolute garbage. Like it is trash, but still has, like, even though they're not brush tools anymore, they are mesh tools. Those geometry tools are better level designing tools than anything like Epic and Unity have put out at all. Like it's just, it's a lot easier to build something just from your, like you say, from your vision, yeah, something you have in your mind, using basic geometrical shapes, just being able to block it out. And with stuff like at like New Hammer, you can like edit them to like make them a bit more, you know, so like you had a beam but it's got a bit of a crack in it, so you could edit that, you know, beam, that rectangle, to have it look like it's got a crack in it, so you'd be a bit more, you know, realistic to your vision. Sorry, I'm rambling now, but it's something we've all kind of been a bit like, just, it's been a topic, I guess you could say. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's just weird. I don't get why, because level design is still relevant now than it always has been. Like, just because editors have moved towards like mesh shaped, you know, mesh, like static mesh based worlds, doesn't mean the role of level design just fucking vanished. Like, that it hasn't in the slightest, you know. And it's incredibly hard for me to run a level design module with the lecturers, telling them my processes of level design, like how I go from grabbing reference material, using like, you know, hand-drawn techniques on like graph paper or isometric paper or whatever to create a level layout, and then taking it to an editor where I have to painstakingly prototype it with the very, very crap and afterthought tools that they have. It's just like, I can't sell anyone on the idea of being a level designer these days. It's just absolutely nuts. Upsetting almost. Because everyone wants to be an environmental artist or a concept artist, because those tools are plentiful. The zoo. Yoden Zoo. Lovely zoo. Nicey zoo zoo. Zoo zoo. Nicey zoo zoo. I've got you, look at them shine. I love that song. You should listen to that song. I wonder if we can listen to it. If I put that song on though, it's going to get muted, but... What's the harm? If anyone's watching this VOD back later, you've made it this far. When this VOD gets muted, it's because I played Nicey Zuzu by Pogo. So there's a couple of ways you can take level design. Some people will stick with basic geometrical shapes, and depending on the type of environment you're trying to prototype up, you will work with like one path or like branching paths, or if it's like on multiplayer, you'll kind of do specific paths, but then maybe create hotspot areas for where you'll feel there will be the most engaging parts of battle. So the stuff that I did, well, yeah, I mean, I've done it, you know, it's not exactly like I'm drawing it up anymore, but the stuff I originally did for like Operation Black Mesa, because it was single player, it was all kind of like where the route was taken. So I was taking the original maps, drawing out where I, from my play tests, and where particular player paths would be, any points of interest, any branching bits, risk and reward is what's known as, where the player goes off the beaten path. It can count as a risk, but gets rewarded for doing so, and then incorporating it into my design, and then obviously extending it a bit because those levels are quite small. There are people who will literally just do paths though, because they'll do it as a sort of flow chart. So you have like, but the sort of like the layout of the level will be the paths. It's really the only ones I've seen do it really well are, it's funny that it is, but it's CS:GO. The CS:GO team have done like level layouts and stuff, but some of them have just done the paths that people would take around these maps, and they'll list like where bomb site A and bomb site B is in these paths, and yeah, it's always been interesting to see those. You can find those. You can find those on Google just by searching CS:GO level design, or top-down level design. That's what it's normally known as. But there are people who will do sort of concept art level design. So they'll have a layout, but instead of drawing an entire top-down design, they'll pick out certain parts that they want to really emphasize, because they might have a concepting art background, and they'll thumbnail the area sort of like, and even then that might just be like basic geometrical shapes in the perspective view to kind of get an understanding. What the absolute hell, mate? It just literally turned into me. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, they'll like use basic geometrical shapes to kind of get an understanding of the design of the area in a perspective view, or they'll go ham hog and they'll do the entire concept art piece for the area if they've got the skills. But it's the drawing aspect of it is very pre-production. I mean, even the design, the grey boxing section is normally, I would still class as the, well, I mean, I class the grey boxing phase as a bridge between pre-production and production. Like, you are then at the point where you're using the engine that you plan to you're using the engine that you plan to make the game in, but you're only giving a basic amount of design that might be useful for testing like gameplay mechanics or under construction. So someone might be like, right, well, we're going to have the player be able to double jump. We need a design that's going to be able to incorporate that double jump. So, with the grey boxing, you might have a design, you might be like, right, okay, if they want to do double jumping, they won't be able to do it there, but there's these two buildings that I've done, they might be able to do it there if they put them at a correct height. So you take it into the engine, you grey box the area, but then you put these two buildings at a certain height and then test the double jump, stuff like that. So you are very much still in a kind of pre-production phase, but you are then also bridging into production, because then an environmental artist, once those sort of things are ironed out, are going to be like, right, okay, well, now I can design these buildings and go to the concept art team. What did you have for the area? Oh, well, we designed these buildings to look very nice and modern. Okay, I'm going to model a modular kit that's going to be these modular buildings and so on and so forth. So, Sev, you know what happens when you talk about level design and I talk about level design? I just ramble. I like rambling about level design. I will for days, mate. It's really want to be a level designer, and like it's not like I'm not a level designer now, I am, but, you know, it'd be nice to be back in the studio doing it, I must admit. I probably would, actually. Although I've fallen out a bit with Call of Duty over the years, I've always still been a massive fan of like their level design processes, because they still come from the background that I came back, you know, that I was in, because, you know, which was like the Radiant editor, which was still very much in that design, and yeah, I don't know. A lot of repeated areas, however. Yeah, I mean, stuff like, I think, well, I haven't played like the new Call of Duty, but Warzone probably would be, just to kind of save time, and, you know, you never know. I mean, you might find over time that they update those areas, but only if it's not at a disadvantage to a majority of players, only if it's at a disadvantage to a minority of players. And when I say that, this is a really weird balance people have with multiplayer design in general, where if you're going to make a change that's going to affect the majority of players in a bad way, as in they've learnt the map, for instance, and, you know, they've kind of, it's like this community developer kind of like feedback thing, where you kind of keep an eye on the community, see if they've like tried assigning it something themselves, like the boring town, because it's like the 5th boring town. But then you've got to think, why is it the boring town? Why is this one the only one named? So then you go, right, okay, well, we'll keep this one. What if we change the other ones? Is it going to really mess up the fact that this is boring town, or is it now going to be like a specific town, you know? Find a bunker around the map, yeah, but then again, it's like it's a common thing, so it's easier for a player to be like, oh look, there's a bunker. That's normally all that is oh, it's a bunker, there's one up here, you know. That's normally why they do a load of the same thing. Am I going? Oh, over there. I'm going over there. Yeah, that's also another problem, is when everyone knows where it is. That's when the problems begin. So when you get like, I don't know, it is always tough, and you might find that bunkers change over time to be like specific bunkers. So some might offer like additional loot in it or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it can be tough balancing that sort of thing. But what's the time? Oh, it's 5 past 12. I've got time for another one. Denmark. France. Jesus. That is 50 grand though. $50 grand for a dozer crawl. I might save that for next time actually, but I'll sell it. Yeah. Don't blame you in the slightest, my man. I am going to go over, grab this dozer crawl, and then have the game save. Hopefully nothing's coming. So yeah, but it's been good. Really enjoyed just chilling out and playing this and having a bit of a life. You know. Why are these dozer crawls always in a bloody pain in the ass to go grab? Is 50 grand. 50 grand. Alright, let's just link up and then we'll save. Just punch them. Why not, Frag? Just punch them. Just punch it. Dead on. Right. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Right. Stop. Start. Save. Yeah. Sure, just save that. Cool, 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 cool. Oh man, yeah, this has been good. It's been nice. Like, it's a nice chill stream. I didn't know if I was gonna like, because the thing is with these like things on these family quizzes on Friday, it's always a bit hit and miss, I guess, if I'm gonna stream or not. But I'm glad I kind of did tonight. So, what's going on here? Why is it like? It's weird. Chat's like gone all weird again. Gonna have to like redo that, I think. Yeah, look. It's like, what's going on here? It's bigger than the brackets. Anyway, appreciate you coming along and chilling out this evening. Yeah, should be back tomorrow for Friday. Oh yeah, should be fun. And I will probably, I think I might start streaming ETS2 on Wednesdays. So that might be a thing. I don't know. I'm still trying to work out a new schedule here because I want to set a schedule and get a consistent schedule back down instead of this random streaming thing. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you with all of my hair that did exist and will hopefully exist in the future. Hope you have a great night, get some rest and a bite to eat, I guess, or a drink, or I don't know, just chill out, watch a film or a video or whatever. You do you. I will see you next time. Peace.